Hello everyone. Today we are going to learn about Python lists, which are an important concept in the programming. In many programs, we need to store multiple pieces of information together. For example, music apps store playlists, online stores, product list, and the program store inventories. Instead of creating many separate variable, programmers use a list to store multiple values inside a single variable. In today's lesson, we will learn what is the Python list and how to create a list and how indexing works and how we can modify and add items to a list. If we move to slide 2, why do we need a list? Think about the apps we use every day. Music streaming apps store many songs in a playlist, and online shopping websites store multiple products in a shopping cart. And if a programmer used a separate variable for every item, the program would quickly become difficult to manage. So the list allow program to store collection of the related data in one place, which make program more organized and efficient. So if we talk about the third slide, what is the meaning of the Python list? A Python list is a data structure that allow us to store multiple values inside a single variable. Lists have a few key features. They use the square brackets. This is the square bracket. Items are separated by the commas, and each item has an index position. And if we talk about like this one, this is the list song, and we are using here square brackets. This list store this list stores three songs title in one variable called songs. Now let's see how lists work in the real Python program. So next we will use the Python programming. Here we will open the Python and we will write this thing like numbers is equal to, then we will use the bracket, square bracket, then 10 comma 20 comma 30, then we will use and click enter, then print, we will use numbers, then we will click and we will create the list having a component sets at 10, 20 and 30. So here we created the list called numbers that contains three values. Okay, so now let access the individual item in the list. So we can enter like a print, then numbers, then we will use the square bracket 0, and then we will close, and also, oh, by mistake we need put two square bracket. Now we will look, when we are using the index number 0, then this list will show the first number. So each item in the list has a position called the index. So it has index 0, it has index 1, it has index 2. So index 0 is the first item, index 1 is the second item, and the index 2 is the third item. So basically, uh, next is like how we can modify and adding items. Lists are very useful because we can change and update their values. For example, we can modify the item in the list. For example, numbers 1. Again, we will go on that. For example, we will write numbers, then 1 is equal to 50. Then we will write print, then numbers, then enter. Look now, on the number 1 index, instead of 20, it will be 50. So we can also add the new items to the list using the append function. We can using by append function. For example, numbers dot append and 100. Then print numbers, then we will add this thing, like using the append, we will add 100 here. So we can modify and adding the item by using this one. So if we talk about the next slide, that is the summary. Today we learned what a Python list and how to create a list and how indexing work, how to modify and add items. Uh, a Python list store multiple values in one variable, and list use the square brackets, and we access the items using index number starting at 0. List can be modified and expanded. Lists are commonly used in real-world applications such as playlists, shopping carts, and data tracking system. So, next, student will practice using the list through the programming exercise. Thank you.